Class 9 Chemistry, Chapter 1, The Language of Chemistry. Good morning, students. We have completed chapter number 8 already, and I hope you are doing the question answers of chapter number 8. So let us begin this chapter number 1. So open page number 1. So right hand column, you can see a box is there and the definition of an atom has been placed over there. An atom is the smallest particle of an element which may or may not exist independently but can take part in a chemical reaction. I am sure you have been learning this definition of atom right from your class 6. So there should not be any difficulty in getting the idea of the atom, what an atom is. Now, what is this atomicity? A set of atoms of the same type together forms the molecule of the element. The number of atoms in a molecule of an element is called its atomicity. So let us see by taking some examples. Now if I tell you to write the formula for sodium, what you are going to write? This is the symbol for sodium. What about oxygen? What about hydrogen? What about helium? So these are the symbols of, this is the symbol for sodium, for oxygen, for hydrogen and for helium. But students, in nature, sodium can exist as an atom, but oxygen, you know, it is very reactive. It will exist in the form of O2 or O3. If you remember in your last classes, means when you were in class 8, so many times when we were writing the reactions for oxygen, we were writing it to be O2. For hydrogen, we were writing H2, not single H, but in a reaction we were writing it to be the H2. It means what? It means that oxygen, although the symbol is O, but in nature 2 atoms of oxygen they want to live together, or 3 atoms of oxygen they want to live together, 2 atoms of hydrogen they want to live together. But yes, sodium, it can exist as a single atom. Helium, it can also exist as a single atom. And this O3, if you remember, it is ozone. In ozone, 3 atoms of oxygen come together and form a single molecule. In oxygen molecule, 2 atoms of oxygen come together and form a single molecule. Okay. Now, this is monoatomic. This one is also monoatomic. Mono means single, one. But here it is diatomic species, and here it is triatomic species. And we are having so many other examples also, like P4. So it is phosphorus. So here phosphorus is not a single atom, but 4 atoms of phosphorus they live together, and it is a tetraatomic. Tetra means 4. Tetraatomic species. Now students, before the discovery of the representation of the elements in the form of alphabets like sodium Na, oxygen O, hydrogen H, only the symbols were used. Now here you can see hydrogen, Dalton symbol of elements. Hydrogen, how it has been shown over there, carbon, a big black dot, oxygen, a circle. Likewise, they have not been mentioned as O for oxygen, C for carbon, H for hydrogen, but these symbols have been shown over there. Or initially, that means some 300-400 years back, they were represented like this. Students, the present nomenclature for keeping the name of these or symbol for these elements was decided by Johannes Jacob Berzelius. I hope you have heard this name earlier also, Berzelius. Now certain other elements are there like gold, silver, mercury. So what is their symbol for gold? Au, silver Ag, mercury Hg. So we were expecting gold to get started from G, silver to get started from S. But if silver gets start from S, then S, we have reserved the alphabet S for the sulfur. So a single representation cannot be meant for two or more than two elements. So basically these names, they have been carried forward from their Latin names. The symbols like Au from aurum, which is a Latin name, Ag, argentum, which is a Latin name. Now come to page number 3. Now what is this valency? The number of electrons that an atom can lose, gain or share during a chemical reaction is called its valency. To understand this valency concept, you just see the reactions on the same page. Sodium has lost 1 electron to become Na positive. Magnesium has lost 2 electrons to become Mg2 positive. And aluminium, it has lost 3 electrons to become Al3 positive. So here aluminium, it lost 3 electrons in a given reaction. Magnesium lost 2 electrons in a given reaction, and sodium lost 1 electron in a given reaction. So for sodium the valency will be 1, for magnesium the valency will be 2, and for aluminium the valency will be 3. Here you can see the Na positive. So this is which ion? Sodium ion. Mg2 positive. This is which ion? Magnesium ion. And Al3 positive, which ion? Aluminium ion. So what is the meaning of ion? Let us see. An ion is a positively or negatively charged atom or group of atoms which are formed by loss or gain of electrons by an atom or a group of atoms. So here this sodium, it has been formed by sodium ion. This sodium ion has been formed by or has been formed from sodium atom when the sodium atom lost 1 electron. So these are positively charged species. Likewise, we have the examples of negatively charged species also. So come to page number 4. There we can have a look over the negatively charged species formation. So here you can see chlorine is a negatively charged species. It has been formed from chlorine atom after gaining the electron, after gaining this electron. Okay, so this is chloride ion, oxide ion or oxygen ion, oxide ion it should be, and this is nitrogen ion, N3 minus, O2 minus, Cl minus. This is also called nitride ion. Now variable valency. Students, now you know the definition of valency, but here variable valency has been given. Variable means some elements are there whose valency, it is not fixed, but they can have more than one valency. Let us see some examples over there. Like iron, it can have valency 2 and 3. Copper can have valency 1 and 2. Mercury can have valency 1 and 2. So what does it mean? It means iron, sometimes it can lose 2 electrons, some other times it can lose 3 electrons also. Copper, sometimes it can lose 1 electron, some other times it can lose 2 electrons. So how we are going to show in writing? So Fe2 plus or Fe3 plus, copper plus, copper 2 plus. This is called ferrous ion. Fe2 plus is called ferrous ion, and this is called ferric ion. This is cuprous ion, and this is cupric ion. So students, this is all for today. Goodbye.